Hello, this is Renda Rose from The Voice. Thank you. We're here today. We are going to be talking with the legendary legend, Daryl McCray, also known as Cornbread.
Hey.
All right. All right.
Everybody. Hello, Renda. It's good to be here.
Daryl, we just love you here at October Gallery, at The Voice. We really appreciate you taking time out to share your life and your history and your legendary ways with us. How about that?
It is such an honor.
Oh, so get ready. Excuse me, I run on, but please, your voice is very important here at The Voice. Okay, so bear with the sister. You know how usually it's women on this set, and we just be rolling all over each other, but it all works out. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So I have some questions for Daryl today, and I'm hoping that I can touch into your life, Daryl, into Cornbread and into Daryl to merge so people can feel the heart of the man, okay, and the heart of the king, Cornbread.
I got you.
All right? Okay, so Daryl, here we go. Do you remember the first place you left your masterpiece, and what was the reason you chose that place to leave your name?
The first place, over 40 years ago, was at YDC Youth Development Center.
Yes.
I wrote my name on the walls because the head chef gave me the nickname Cornbread, and reputation was, gang members had reputations. I wanted reputation too, but I didn't represent a gang.
Okay.
So I started writing my name all over the halls of the institution, everywhere. That was where I started at. And my reason for writing it is because I wanted to establish a reputation, and that's what I did.
All right. And yes, you did. It's exactly what you did. Well, we thank you. How is it Cornbread escaped the drug scene way back when? Was you so fixed on making a name for yourself or being different, and that's how you escaped the drug era?
Well, back then, America was experiencing a heroin epidemic.
Yes.
Today suffers a cocaine epidemic, so to speak of.
Yes.
But back then, I was too young to associate myself with drugs because I had a stigma about older guys who I encountered with, because a lot of older guys were into drugs.
Yeah.
A lot of them was using drugs, dealing drugs, and I didn't want to associate myself with neither or. So I used graffiti as a ploy to consume my time I would not involve myself in the street with the drugs, the gangs, the drug dealing, the drug using. And graffiti has really took me a long way as far as keeping me out of negative things. But that's not to say that I claim clean. Okay,
no, we're just really trying to get a feel of who you are, and we're asking about then.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, we're going to interview you again. It's a whole story.
Right.
But I feel the children today, we need that hero energy again. And the same way you escaped the heroin era, there's children today that will escape the cocaine era. We have to believe that. Okay?
Yes.
So what you're saying today is very important, and we thank you again. Okay, name some of your personal heroes, Daryl.
Well, I can't really say that I had any heroes because when you speak in terms of...
some people that influenced your life as you were a young man, who influenced you?
Well, I like Huey Newton. I like Rat Brown. I like Sonia Sanchez. They were the ones that who we originally seen for the race when I was young. We were subjected to a lot of things.
So really it was about race. See, I was a young African American girl, nestled in a family element, going to church. You know what I mean? Just going in the house, learning how to cook, things like that.
Right.
But I do remember gangs in Summersville and stuff like that. You young boys had it really hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't have that thing to deal with getting in a gang, but so it was that relevant with drugs and gangs and just like no way out.
Well, gang war welfare, for love because the streets was controlled by the gangs. You know, I didn't involve myself with the gang war welfare. Although a lot of those guys who were involved in the gangs were close friends of mine.
But your heroes, I'm saying, the heroes, the men and that you looked up to, were leaders. Seemed like that were really saying something in the African American culture.
Right, I like Huey Newton. I thought he was a nationalist. He was about the power for the struggle of black people. Gil Scott had a lot to say about what we were subjected to. Sonia Sanchez, she was down with the struggle. You know, they were idols to me.
Great.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what we're asking about today.
Right.
To you.
Right.
And we appreciate that. Okay. We really do. All right. Daryl, would you share with us what one thing that has you excited about your comeback as Cornbread?
Well, I came back, let's say about 7 years ago, because I was out of commission for a long time. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything.
Okay.
And I was in a barber shop, and then one of my graffiti friends is my personal barber, kept cutting my hair, telling me, "Bread, you got to come back." And I kept insisting to him that, "Sir, it's over with. I'm not about the graffiti thing anymore." He said, "Well, look, we booked you on this event that we're having at the Hawthorne Community Center, and we're looking at anywhere from 300 to 400 white kids from Europe that's come here to meet you, and you got to come."
Awesome.
And I said, "Well, is it like that for real?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "We've been provide you with limousine services, and we'll buy your outfit. Just show up." So I said, "Okay, I'll buy my own clothes, because I didn't want them trying to dress me. I know what I like to wear."
Sure.
So when I came to pick up his limousine services, it was a 1963 a Chevy station wagon, all souped up. You hit the button and the car going like this, and the rocking and the loud noise, and that was the limousine services. So I came to pick me up in his limousine services, and my son says, "Daddy, the people outside this crazy car told you come on." I goes outside and the car is rocking, all this noise going on. So I said, "Well, where's the limousine?" He said, "This is it." I said, "Wow." I said, "Okay, well, park the car. Come on in the house." Right? He said, "No, we got to be there. Of course, it starts at 3 o'clock." I said, "Sub, let's arrive late. Let's wait. Let's make the people anticipate."
Okay.
He said, "Okay." So he goes in the house. You know, we fix something to eat. We get in about half an hour, 45 minutes later. And there must have been about maybe 300, 400 people. All these are white teenagers that came from various countries in Europe, came in to meet me at the B-Boy Barbecue at the Hawthorne Recreation Center. And I get out the car. I got the reception like Michael Jackson would get, and Elvis Presley would get. And I couldn't believe that this legacy had got enormous on the magnitude that it has.
Okay.
And I rushed me to this apartment, had all these mics in my face, different magazines interviewing me, and the first thing they asked me, "Where you been?" And I was like, wow, I couldn't understand. I went straight to the rehab.
So it sounds, wow, that's amazing. So it sounds like you're saying you're inspired by giving back to the children.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You want to bless their little hearts. And all these children from another country come over here and, you know, they know who you are and they want to hear what's inside of you, to be inspired by you. You've caught on with hype and with the wave.
Yes, I mean, before that, I was like in a subculture underground that had nothing to do with what's going on about this.
Okay.
So when Seb told me about this event, and I went and I seen it and I saw how it was received, I knew there was a whole lot more where it came from.
Oh, I heard that. Well, we hear that.
So I knew I had to do something to get my mind in check and get my life right.
Okay.
So I checked in, and it's like a snowball going downhill. It's getting bigger and bigger every year. It's so enormous things is happening.
Oh, that's wonderful. So now you're all around. And even some of us older little children, you're our heroes.
Yeah.
Okay? Wow, thank you so much. We can't wait to have you back on The Voice. We want to hear about that time between the children and when you went and got yourself together.
Right.
Would you be willing to share that with us on The Voice?
I sure will. I'm writing a book, and I don't sugarcoat anything. I'm telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I heard that. Look, I did 9 years homeless, and I'll tell you, I had a voice out there too. And now I got one here, and it's loud and clear. Praise God.
Praise God.
Okay. Daryl, Who is Daryl? The heart of Daryl. Where is the heart of Cornbread in the heart of Daryl? Do they merge together, or are they just coming together mutually respecting one another?
I would say they mutually respect one another. They are two different individuals. Cornbread is a teenager who ran wild in the streets as a child, looking for an outlet.
Okay.
I found an outlet through expression. Graffiti was my art, and Philadelphia was my canvas.
All right.
Today, Daryl is a mature man who wishes to correct his mistakes, get back to the community. I go to a lot of centers, especially juvenile delinquent centers where I came from. And I talk to those kids, and they listen to me, man. I tell them what they want to hear, and I tell them what they need to hear. And I get a big joy out of it. I get a big kick out of giving back to the kids. And sometimes I have those negative attitudes, and I deal with that. But for the most part, I like to go to colleges and speak and show my documentary and tell them what I've been through. And I'm looking forward to going to France.
Yes, we're at October Gallery. That's where The Voice is shot all the time. This is where we are. But we're here Sunday, and we just had a beautiful vegan brunch off the wall. Didn't you love that brunch?
That food was magnificent.
Woo!
That food was magnificent.
The brunch was good.
Yes. All natural food.
All natural food. That's right. And now, all natural voice. The natural voice of Daryl, Cornbread. Ain't that right?
That's right.
You're getting it real. You're getting it straight. No chaser and raw. Hear this. Hear this man. He's speaking from his heart to all of us. He's more than an overcomer. He's a legend. Wow. Did you bring some cornbread?
I brought some cornbread t-shirts. I brought some cornbread documentaries.
I can't eat no cornbread either. Yep. Help us, sister. I love vegan. I love vegan. And Chef Bernard is off the wall. But you can slide me a piece of cornbread. Oh, yeah. I'll take it home, eat it later, and I'll tell y'all about it on The Voice next time. But okay, let's get back to some serious business, okay?
All right.
All right, Daryl. Thank you so much for coming out, but we want to know a few more things about you. All right, let's see. All right. How can people reach you?
I can be reached at Cornbread1. Not the word, the number. Cornbread1 Philly at gmail.com.
Okay.
Cornbread1 Philly at gmail.com. You can contact me there. I have t-shirts, I have documentaries. I'm presently completing a book that I'm compiling together. I go into the Smithsonian 2015. I have a documentary that's already complete. I'm working on part 2. I'll be showing at the North by Northwest at 7 o'clock, April 28th. All welcome to come.
Yes, I was meaning to ask you that too. What are some events that are coming up? And thank God that you mentioned the one next month, April 28th.
At 7 o'clock.
You and your friend Blue and a lot of people. We're going to have a Gail Hunter there. It's one of the people that I know is going to be there. And a Deborah that has runway on Germantown Avenue, around Germantown and Haynes. And your best boy Blue, October Gallery. And some real interesting artists are going to be there. I mean, really, okay? Off the hook. You don't want to miss that scene, all right? See, I know names, but I want you to be there so you can hear the name for yourself. All right? All right. That's how The Voice works. All right. We want to thank the legend and the man, Cornbread, Daryl McCray, for being with us today. We appreciate your energy. We appreciate you spending time with us here at The Voice. Okay?
It's definitely an honor.
It's definitely an honor. So when you coming back?
When you have me.
All right. Well, I think that can really be arranged because, you know what? We're here at this brunch a lot. You come on down. If you want to be on The Voice, If you believe you're a legend, if you're a crook, you may not want to come on The Voice. Because, see, everybody watches The Voice. All right, darling? So, this is the deal. We just had a wonderful time here today. Our hearts are excited about the upcoming events for all people, for all of us. Find a dream inside of you. Follow it and be a legend. This has been The Voice.